Good morning once again and Happy New Year. This is our course, Introduction to Cybersecurity 2024. And these are some of the companies that have come up to support this session. We have the Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology, UICT. We have ITU, we have RENU, and then we have the Hope Schools. So our agenda today, we are going to have an opening prayer from Mark. Then we shall have a simple introduction on why we chose to do this course. And then we shall go on. I don't know whether Mr. Francis is already on the call. Let me just confirm. Mr. Francis is not. But in case Mr. Francis is not here, Mr. Humphrey, you can prepare to represent him. Then we shall have the introduction to cybersecurity that is going to be delivered by Mr. Wambali Jolam. And then we shall have the enrollment into the course. And then lastly, we shall have the closing remarks. So we hope that our session will end at exactly 12 p.m. Allow me now to invite Mark to lead us in an opening prayer.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Steven. Good morning to you all, and thank you all for coming. So, let's stand ourselves for a short word of prayer wherever you are. Mighty Father, I want to thank you for this day. Father, we thank you for enabling us to join into this meeting. Father, we pray that everything we're going to learn in this meeting, that we may take it in and may send the Spirit to guide us to understand everything we're going to be told. Father, may you forgive us for our sins. Thank you for the new year. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Allow me now to disable the microphone, but in case you have something you want to share, always feel free to ask. We shall be able to allow you. Once again, we want to welcome you for this session and thank you so much for sparing your time to attend this session. You know very well that technology is taking a new landscape and everyone is susceptible to cyber attacks. Whether you are still young in technology, everyone here is susceptible to attacks. So we thought it's that when we have this course on cybersecurity, we can be able to protect our privacy online. We can be able to protect our data. Those people who are working for companies, you can be able to protect companies' data and other threats that may arise in the due course. So we thought that this is one of the best courses that we can have for you as we start the year, such that we can be able to move throughout the year very safe. So it's going to be an interesting course that is self-paced. So you're going to enjoy the course, and I'm sure by the end of today, you'll have a lot that you'd have learned. Allow me now to welcome Mr. Francis Wille to have his remarks. Mr. Francis, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaziba Steven, for coordinating this training. I also want to take this opportunity to wish you a happy new year. As we begin a new year, 2024, as people in the ICT sector, we need to be well equipped to face the challenges of digital transformation. And one of the challenges of digital transformation is cybersecurity threats. And it's important that we keep ourselves with the skills that are necessary for us to overcome these challenges. On behalf of Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology, I want to welcome you to this training. We have a number of trainings that we have been conducting together with the holistic e-learning platform and the team from the Ministry of Education. and sports and other stakeholders. We are pleased to offer these programs to our stakeholders, like especially students and teachers across the country. This is we have access to a number of courses under Cisco, which are being facilitated by International Telecommunication Union. And these programs are there available for all our community, especially the young, the youth, and also the unprivileged, so that they can be able to acquire a number of skills in various programs. As you're aware, Cisco has been sharing these programs under their platform called NetCard. But from 1st January 2024, they have migrated to Skills for All. And all our students, all our partners who have been accessing these training programs under NetCard, you will now migrate to Skills for All using the same email, same password. You just log into Skills for All. So I just want to urge you, those who have already taken some courses under NetCard and they are continuing to take courses and under Skills for All, you just migrate using your email and also your password. Under Skills for All, new programs have been introduced, and these are very relevant programs. You'll find courses like data analytics, data science, which are very relevant for today's job market. So we want to take this opportunity, especially encourage our change agents whom we had earlier identified, who have access to enrolling their students, that they should take this opportunity to help their students to be able to migrate from NetCard to Skills for All, and also be able to enroll them into the new programs. I'm going to ask my colleague, Humphrey, to elaborate more on these two platforms and how we are going to be able to use them. And also, I have noted that many people have been asking what's the way forward, especially those whom we had enrolled as the change agents. We want to encourage you that you need to continue identifying people within your community, your school, who can be able to be enrolled onto these programs and then undertake the training. As part of our program for this year, we are organizing a TOT for all our change agents. If you are here and you're among our change agents, know that we will be calling you upon to attend a TOT training. Some of them will be physical and others will be online. So I just want to encourage you to take this initiative and encourage your communities to be able to participate in these trainings. There's no way we are going to grow as a digital economy if we are not skilled. I know a lot is being done. Many things are being introduced. Everybody is talking about artificial intelligence, data analytics, business processing, outsourcing. This cannot be achieved unless we have a skilled force. If we are skilled, then it will be very easy to implement the government initiatives that are initiated under digital transformation. So without wasting time, I want to invite Humphrey to say something regarding the two platforms and how we are going to be able to operate. And maybe just to conclude is that we don't only have this course, we have a number of other courses. So those who are interested could work together with Mr. Kaziba, and we see how we can enroll, especially now that students are in holiday, senior 6, vacasts, senior 4 vacasts. These programs are for free and can be accessed self-paced to all people across the country. So let's take opportunity of this and see how we can register and continue to participate. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Humphrey, go on.
Thank you, Mr. Kaziba and Francis. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. I think most of the information have been told. My work is just to give you the different platform that we are going to be using. But I think for us to get familiar with the two platforms, we shall have to know when we are doing the practicals. But as Mr. Wheeler said, just know that we, as the platform that we're going to be using under this digital literacy program, Cisco has different platforms. There are two platforms. There's NetAcad, and we also have skills for all. I don't know if we have some of the change agents that have been attending the meetings we've been having with the ITU officers and Cisco representatives. They've been preparing us because there will be a change. As mentioned earlier, that we've been having a NetAcad, and which everyone, I think most of you have seen some of the members already in the system. I think they have done some courses with us, or they have done courses with Cisco. And the main platform that Cisco have been using is NetAcad. But recently they are moving away from NetAcad to Skills for All. And NetAcad has been the main platform. So for about maybe from last year, July, they introduced Skills for All. And they have been preparing us to move from that. Actually, I've been using both from when they introduced the Skills for All. So they allowed us to use both platforms. So, but there'll be a target that by the beginning of this year, and not later than Feb, we should be moving away from. We shall cease using NetAcad, and we move with the Skills for All. That platform it's also user friendly. Though those who have used NetAcad assumes that NetAcad is more user friendly. The difference is that with NetAcad, when you complete the course, you're able to see your certificates there and then. You can download it through the same platform. Now, the difference with the NetAcad, with the Skills for All, that they have another platform, or like a link that you're supposed to, again, use for you to access your certificate. So that's the only difference. But we shall all again go through it, train people, and get used to the platform. It's also more friendly, user friendly. It doesn't require a lot of information. So members, prepare for that. As we move from one platform to the other one, I know it's going to be a bit hard, but I can assure you that we are there. We shall support you in all ways that is required, because we have also been prepared for that. So Mr. Kaziva is going to take us through the enrollment system. And I will also request, since it's our host, that he will show you the two platforms, how they look. For now, we have enrolled you people on Get Connected, but it's very easier for you to move from one platform to the other one, as long as you already enrolled under NetaCard. For now, it's going to just be transferring you also from NetaCard to Skills for All when time comes. But we are going to make you familiar to the both forum or platform. So, Mr. Kaziva, as we are taking them through the enrollment on NetaCard, all members have been enrolled, so we're going to take them through how to register. We shall also show them the both platform. Okay, we shall first start with NetaCard, then also show them how Skills for All looks like, the platform for Skills for All. So back to you, Mr. Kasiva. I think we can now move on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Francis and Mr. Humphrey, for those brief words. Now, members, what Mr. Humphrey has been telling us, we are going to go to that stage, but we are going to first have some introduction onto what cybersecurity is, and then after we are going to show you the platform where we are going to be doing that self-course. Now, in our midst, we have our speaker that is going to be taking us through what cybersecurity is briefly. So with us, we have Mr. Joram Bwambale, is a seasoned professional in the cybersecurity landscape. So he's going to be taking us through. And then in case you have some questions, you'll be then asking. And then after his presentation, I'll invite Mr. Humphrey back, and then we register onto how we are going to do the course. Mr. Joram, you are most welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Stephen. Good morning, everyone. As how you've already heard, my name is Joram Bwambale. I happen to be a teacher by profession, but also I have taken a career at higher levels for cybersecurity. When I saw that mobile devices and other gadgets are increasing within the community, I saw an opportunity to divert my career into cybersecurity. It is really a very interesting field if you get to understand the realms of the data within the computer world. You really get interested in cybersecurity. So for today, I'm just going to give a brief introduction of what cybersecurity is. I'll talk more about how to stay safe online, basing on the gadgets which we will be having. So we are going to focus majorly on the introductory part and how to ensure that we are safe within the digital world. So the aims of this presentation is that I'm just going to provide an understanding of what cybersecurity is, its importance, and also some few tips to stay safe online using the gadgets which we are having currently. The second one, we will just focus on the need for us to be safe online in everyday interactions, such as our social media, such as the platform, other platforms which we access. We need to understand the data which these companies are capturing about us and the impact of having such data with those organizations. So to start it, cybersecurity is all about having an effort to ensure that we protect the data which we have submitted online. So we have to protect individuals, we have to protect organizations, we have to protect government data from attacks. There are very many attacks online. Sometimes we hear about those attacks. Other times we may assume maybe those attacks are not there. But if you get to understand the data being collected, who is collecting this data, you'll understand that there are very many attacks, which we may not know that there are even attacks on our data. Different organizations collect this data. So cybersecurity just focuses on how to protect this individual data, organizational data, government data, which has been provided in digital form. Other measures of security are looking really at the physical world, but cybersecurity focuses on the identity online. We are trying to ensure that whatever we submit on internet, we are aware of it and it is also safe. So in our discussion, to make it simpler, we are going to break it down into three categories. We are going to focus on personal level. We shall talk about organizational level, then governments or nations level. So at personal level, we are going to discuss briefly how to safeguard our identity online, how to know which data we are submitting online, and how to interact with the different computing devices when they are in protected mode. At organizational level, after knowing how to protect ourselves at personal level, we are going to transfer this to organizational level and see how we can have our organizations which we work for protected. We can see how to protect the organizations. If you are in the business world, you should know how to protect the data from the business world. If you are in an education setting, you should know how to protect the data within the education sector. All this data which is out there needs protection, whether the business is too small, whether the business is big, all that data needs protection. As I will be discussing, you'll see that all that data is very, very important, and anyone can hack into the system to access that data. So after understanding our personal level security, then we will discuss that of the organizations. Then we may also hint on the national cybersecurity. What should government protect? How can you advise some people whom you interact with who are in a close relationship with the government to curb down cybersecurity? Government needs a lot of cybersecurity because they have an economy to keep stable. They have national security. Imagine if a database for this country is hacked, what may happen? So imagine actually the database for NERA, if it is hacked and they access all that data, all our personal data, what would happen in that case to the government side? So we will be interacting and seeing all that. So for now, we are going to start off on personal level and understand more on the personal data and how to ensure that it is very safe. So on protecting your personal data, we will first understand which data are we referring to. Personal data is just any information that can be used that can be used to identify you, and it can exist both online and offline. So if you have some data which is relating personally to you, we will refer that to as personal data. We want to first understand the type of data and how to ensure that it is protected in the realms of online. So the data we are referring to is that information that identifies you as an individual, both online and offline. Offline, we are talking about details about you. You have friends, you have family members who know your full names, who know your age, your date of birth, your address. That is information about you. It needs to be protected, as how we shall see. Online data. We have online data such as your usernames, which you create, your passwords, your online presence, the posts which you put out there, all that is online data. So the data which is from offline and online, once it is put together and you store it maybe, let's say in one location online, we need protection for such data. We need protection for your names, your age, your address, your username, your passwords. You're going to understand in details why your age, your address needs not to be given out easily. We are also going to focus on the considerations on the impact of sharing personal details on social media. You find people, they take photos anyhow and just share on social media. All that is personal data. We are going to see in details how this personal data will impact you and why you really need to protect such data. So as how I have already mentioned, your data looks at your names, your social security numbers, your national identification numbers, your driving license, your place of birth, your mother's names, your pictures. All that is data which we are going to aim to protect. We will even understand why people are interested in it. Who is interested in your data? Some people may think, as how I am, no one may be interested in my data. My friend, everyone's data online is very, very important. You're going to understand that everyone's data is very important. So all this information is what we are trying to refer to as your data. So cyber criminals can use this sensitive information to identify or impersonate you. So if I know your date of birth, and I know your full names, I know your NIN, I can impersonate you. For example, if I call mobile money customer care service and I tell them, hey, my name is so-and-so, but I'm helping so-and-so to reset his PIN. He has forgotten his PIN. They will say, well, do you know the date of birth? I mentioned the date of birth. That is not enough. They said, do you know the NIN? I mentioned the NIN. Then the password is reset. Most thieves have stolen phones from us. They just grab a phone from you. They go running away. But in 2 hours, you find them withdrawing the money and you start wondering, how did they get my PIN? They're using your personal data to reset your PIN and then access the funds. So this information is very important to cyber criminals who are interested in that personal data. So if they grab your phone, what they do, they call customer care, they go to your Google Photos, they check your place of birth, they go to your social media, they locate all the information about you, and they have the PIN reset. The other thing is that cyber criminals can also infringe on your privacy. They can infringe on your privacy. Your private information can be made public and also potentially cause serious damage to your reputation. I remember in a certain school some time back, I had a student who logged in his social media account and forgot it logged in. Then the other student came and posted on that person's social media platform and said, hey, I'm sorry, my friends, I'm a gay. So that spoiled the reputation of this other student who had left his account logged in. That's a very basic example, but at a higher level, you'll find all your data being made public. Hackers can get their hands on your personal data through records, including medical, educational, employment, and financial records. So all this personal data, you need to understand that it applies to you. Then we are going to see how to be handling this data. You may think that your data is just in one location, but sometimes you find that when you share your information with someone, if you share with me your date of birth, you'll find that I can share it with another trusted person whom I call trusted, who shares it with another trusted person, and then the chain continues. The chain continues until all your information is made public. So in this example, I'm asking, where is your data when you post it online? So I'm asking, imagine you took some photos at your work or at your home or anywhere, and you have them on your phone. But now, when they're on your mobile, you share these photos with other 5 friends of yours in various locations across the world. All of your friends download these photos and they have them on their phones. So already you plus your 5 friends, you're now 6 people having all this information. Now, one of your friends was so proud of what you did in the photos and posts them on his social media account. You'll find that all his friends are accessing your photos. The photos are no longer just on your device, but the photos are going from server to server, server to server, and the chain continues. What am I illustrating here? Your data, which applies to you, when you want to give it out to one person, knowing that you've given it out to the whole world. What's more now? What's more is that the information will move from your phone, as how I've mentioned. It goes to one of your friends who passes it to another, and it is all over on internet. So we should consider our security very, very important. We should consider what we give out very, very important. Our governments have put laws to safeguard us from such, but those laws, sometimes they are not enforced. So we have to be careful with what we are sending out there. So every time you plan to give information out, first understand, where is my information? Do you know where your data is going? If I visit a hospital, I make an appointment with the doctor, they register me in their system. When they register me in their system, where does that information go afterwards? Do they keep it there? If they are billing me using their system, if they are recording sicknesses about me at a hospital, how are they assuring that my information is safe? All that's personal data, which we need to know. Now, zeroing down the devices which we have. We all have devices. We all have mobile devices. We have computers which we are logged in now. The information which we are capturing and putting online or storing on those devices, do we know where this information is? For the wearable technologies which we put on arms, the fitness trackers and the apps which they use, do we know the implication of having all that information posted to those apps? It should be a question running in our mind to easily get a clear overview of the security we are talking about when we are online. So if you understand your data very well, if you understand where you're posting the information and the implication of having this information online, then you'll understand that cybersecurity is really needed for everyone. And we need to continue informing people, making them aware of what cybersecurity is, implication of having also information online. And we show everyone that this calls for security for everyone who is having phones or computers and all other gadgets. We are going to see the basics actually, which you should have on phone as a cybersecurity conscious person to ensure that all this data is safe. But before we do that, we have already mentioned that once someone gets grip of your information, such as the medical records, the banking information, your dates of birth, that information is very, very important to them in that they can steal your identity. They can pretend as if they were you and then use the information as if they were you. You may find that the person targeting you to steal this information is not totally having a background of cybersecurity or hacking or that. The person just gets your information, like your colleague, your friend who is not totally in this field, and ends up having it on his device or writing it somewhere, and it is passed to a bad person who can use it to just make a call to change your PIN. We will say that you were hacked using social engineering. By sweet talking you have given out all your information. So please ensure that the data which applies to you is very, very safe. So who needs our data, really? Who needs our data? Who is interested in our data? Who is interested in my name, my passwords, my what I'm surfing online? Who is interested in that? Your internet service provider. If you're using MTN, if you're using Airtel, one of the people who need your data are those internet service providers. Why and how? Internet service providers have to track what you're doing online because literally, I may not wish to go into details of this, but the IP addresses which we use on internet, the internet protocol addresses are provided by these service providers. So they have to understand the interest of the data which you're accessing for them to provide services which, I don't know how I can put it, to provide a service which will suit you very well. So they have to keep monitoring what you're doing. Or if they give you an address, they have an obligation. If you're hacking other organizations and the IP address they gave to you is the one hacking other people, they should be able to identify that, oh, the threat is coming from the IP address we gave to Joram. So they can easily trace for you and hand you over to government if there is any case of investigation. So that's why they may need your personal data. Advertisers badly need your personal data. Consider YouTube. YouTube, you can be watching some videos which are Christian related. They will keep bringing for you customized adverts which are Christian related. If you switch and start listening to animations for kids, then the next adverts automatically they are switched to show you the advertisements for kids. All that is data which they have collected from you, from your experience, which we call user experience. They need the user experience to customize the data to ensure that you get what is relevant. So they also badly need your data. Search engines and social media platforms, these are people who badly need your personal data. Search engines, they want to really understand what are you surfing, what are you searching? And this will help them to customize also adverts or to, we call it indexing, to index content for you. In case you're on Google and you're searching for something, they want to rank those responses in a way that, that will quickly help you to get something. So they also badly need your personal data. Members, do not think about deleting information which you've put on these platforms. because literally these platforms do not delete. When you delete from your information from, let's say, Facebook, it's like they're transferring it from the active server to another server, which is not active. So I would not buy the idea of putting information which you don't need, which you need most on social media, with the mindset that you will delete it and it will not be accessed. It may not be accessed to the public, but how about the people who are on the back end of these social media platforms, such as Facebook? So please put information which you think that is right on internet. I'll show you something on the search engine, how this information is captured. They really need a lot of information about us. These search engines, I may not live without really commenting on it. Let me just get a browser here. So if I go to my activities, myactivity.google.com, myactivities.google.com, literally it can record your web and app activities. It can record your location history and your YouTube history. This Google account of mine is logged in, it is logged in the TV, my phone, my computer. So everything I surf on that is being recorded by Google, and this helps them customize things for me, including my location at given times. All this information, they're just collecting because of my handset, which I have, because of the TV and many others. The things which I've surfed, you'll find them listed there. The things which are being surfed on the home TV are also being captured there. So all this information is personal information which is being collected. This is what we are talking about. When this information is being shared, are you aware that it is being shared? What are they using this information? We don't consider so much the security online. We just look at the terms and conditions, we accept and continue without exactly knowing what we are agreeing upon. All these things we agree that they should collect and use as how they want. We just give them access to all our data. So when I said, where is our data? And when I said, who needs our data? And one of them is the search engine, such as Google. This is what I'm talking about. They are collecting all this information about us, and they are really using it at their advantage. So basically, how can we protect ourselves? How can we protect ourselves? We have understood that our data is very important. We have understood that there are some organizations, some individuals who will go ahead to require this information. The hackers, there will be organizations such as our internet service providers, the search engines, all these need our information. So basically, these tools which I have put for protection against some of these, they are basically for a mobile phone, and few may apply to computers, but I wanted to focus on mobile phone and reduce on the impact of sharing the personal information to different platforms, to different individuals and many others. So for the basic part, at least use a strong password or a PIN on your phone. This PIN is very important. Someone, in case he picks your phone, he will need more resources to break into your phone. He will just not pick your content. You have heard in Uganda here where most celebrities have faced a challenge of having their private information posted on media. This is because it was so quick to access their data. So I'm not saying that applying this will make your data not to be accessed, but it will buy more time and resources for the person who is trying to bypass your information. What I can tell you is that there is no security measure which cannot be broken now. No security measure which cannot be broken now. But the time required to break into that is what is most important. They tell you that some encryption levels may go up to may go up to, someone may need 127 years to use these current computers we have to break those encryption methods. 127 years. But they tell you in the next 5 years, when we have nano computers or quantum computing, when we have quantum computing in place, those security measures which required 127 years will literally require 5 minutes to break. So here we are just buying time on the side of the person trying to access our information from accessing it. So one of the things is that try a strong password on your phone. So please, on your computer, on your phones, try a password which is not easily guessable. You can try some characters, you can try some alphabets with numbers, some alphabets with special characters such as exclamation mark and all that. Enable biometric authentication. If you have CHAS, where you can use biometrics such as your fingerprints, face recognitions, please try to activate that. It will also help. Regular software updates. Keep your phone's operating system up to date. For us who have been accessing these apps from Play Store, please try to check for updates in Play Store. I would try to do some of these, but we may not be having a lot of time. But under Play Store, please always check for updates. Updates are just software patches which help to add a layer of security or to improve the functionality of the apps which you're having. There are websites out there which show vulnerability, which show weaknesses of different apps. So the owners of apps, the owners of operating systems, keep going to that website, checking what people are discovering, and they try to patch it up. So if you don't get these updates, then you may be susceptible to hacking. So please, as a daily user, set a good password. You can use biometric authentication. Then you also update your software. Those are the first three. The next three, you need to install apps from trusted sources. I emphasize this. You need to install apps from trusted sources. Those of us who want to see deleted messages on WhatsApp, we go in for TB WhatsApp, we go in for GB WhatsApp. Those software which are not through the Play Store are susceptible to hacking. Google Play or Apple Store, first verify the codes of these websites, of these applications which we are using. We normally submit apps which are in .aab format to Play Store. Then what Play Store does, it first goes through the code to see how it is and what it steals from you. So sometimes it can alert you that, hey, this is what they are going to collect about you. That's why we say, please go through only and only Play Store. We are not saying that an app will be in Play Store and will not be harmful to you. Guys can collect still your information, but at least there is some level of security. For us who are using GB WhatsApp, you're going to reach a time and WhatsApp is going to blacklist your number. You will not again put that number to another WhatsApp. You'll have to buy another line. And WhatsApp is doing this. So I'm encouraging to be safe always, use apps from trusted sources. Review app permissions. Review app permissions. On phone, we install apps. You go to Play Store, someone tells you, okay, this app is good. You go to Play Store and download it. But what is it accessing? You need to understand that. Review the app permissions. Where do we find them? They're under settings on phone, they're under settings, then app permissions. This, if I go to apps, under settings and take app permissions, they are telling me my messages are going to access the camera, the contacts, the location, the microphone, the phone for calling, the SMS and storage. I can understand the app for messages can access storage, that's okay, can access SMS, can access dialing, and can access microphone. But why should my messages really access location? Contacts, it is okay because it has to display the name of the caller. Camera, why should my SMS access my camera? So I need to turn this off. So you give permission to what they should access. You just don't download an app and you give it rights for everything. Automatically rights for everything. It is your obligation to go to app permissions and take what is accessing. Now, why should messages access camera? What are they collecting? What is this app collecting from my camera? You should understand what every app in your phone is accessing. You may be having an app for calling. You install a good app for calling like Truecaller because it identifies the identity of the person. But have you understood what is calling? It may be accessing actually even your Google Pay. Are you okay with it? It may be accessing your location. Are you okay with it? So these are the basics we are saying that every person who is having at least a phone should look at, and then we will ensure that we are safe. Use VPN. VPN just means a virtual private network. Now, a virtual private network, it creates for you, in brief, it creates for you a private network which is not accessed by anyone else. But I have great concerns about this. For me, I use VPN, but I buy VPN from Kaspersky. Why do I buy? When I use an app to access to tap VPN, it will create for me a virtual private network, yes. But in case I go to an app and transact, all my information is passing through this person's VPN, whom I don't know. If it is Secure VPN, if it is Siphon, these people, I don't know them, and they are providing it free of charge. And all my information, my Facebook account, I'm logging in Facebook, all this information is going through their VPN, and I don't know them. That means that's another party I'm sharing with my personal data. So for us, we are encouraging you to use VPN for you to be on a private network, but on the other hand, you are using VPN from who? You're giving that person chance to access all your data. So you may think you're safe this side by using VPN, but you're not safe because the person who is providing the VPN service, you don't have any contract with him. So he's accessing all whatever you're doing on your mobile phone. So I think I would rather not use a VPN from a source I don't know than to just use it when it is going to cause more havoc. So think about that. You should weigh on your gadgets when you're using VPN. So when you turn on VPN that you're accessing Facebook, just know you're saying, okay, Mr. VPN owner, I can trust you with my personal data, my username and password. They are okay to go through your private network because I want to access this information. So we are sharing a lot of information with people when sometimes we do not know. The other thing which we can do is be aware of phishing, avoid clicking on unsuspicious emails. I can pretend, phishing just means I pretend to be your bank. I pretend to be your bank. I say, hey, your money has been stolen. Please click on this link in the message for you to be able to check your account. Now, for you are so quick and you say, my money is going. You tap on my message. When you tap on my message, I will display for you, I will totally display for you the platform for your bank. We have tools which can copy exactly the platform of your bank. So when you click on my link, it will take you to my website. So my website, you'll put in your username and password because it looks like exactly how your bank is having this website. So when you put in your information, it will reload and take you to now the original page of the bank, but it will have given me your credentials, which I will now use also on your real account to withdraw the money. Those tools, I will illustrate some of them if we have time. I'll show you just a quick software which we use to do that. So you can clone literally any website. I can copy any website and I behave as if the real website and I share with you the link. So in case you receive a suspicious message, please do not click on the links there. Go to the original website and search. Avoid this phishing. I can just send you a message for pre-test and I get your details. So be aware of those when you're on phone. Secure your Wi-Fi connection. For us who want to set hotspots for our neighbors, try to put a password there so that you are a bit safe, because through your wireless, I can access everything you have on phone. Two-factor authentications. This is now at a higher level. I can set a username and password for my account, but if there is chance to send also a code, if there is chance to send a code to my phone, I can activate that so that every time I've put in my username and password, then it sends a code on my phone, which I can also enter there. For now, I've mentioned many things. I've said use a strong password on your phone, enable biometrics, regularly update your software, install apps from trusted sources, check your app permissions. What is your phone really, what are the apps accessing on your phone? Use VPN, but carefully from a known source, because you're giving rights to this software to access every information you have. Be aware of those phishing messages where we may send you a link, and when you click on it, it will give us your personal data. Secure your Wi-Fi connection. In case you set a hotspot for your neighbor, please ensure that the password is there. You can keep changing the password whenever you do it. Ensure that if you have more than 2 methods of verifying whether you are the one, please activate them. We call it two-factor authentication. Then adding the last ones, you may have to perform backup. Like if I take photos, I can securely let them go to Google Photos so that in case I lose my device, I can be able to retrieve. Be mindful of Bluetooth. Check your Bluetooth and ensure that it is always off, because some of us who use fitness trackers on arms, we maintain our Bluetooth on. So please, through that Bluetooth, someone may access your device. So please ensure that your Bluetooth is always off on these gadgets. Review and adjust privacy settings. That's what I said, you may check the apps and check the information they are accessing. In that process, you'll be ensuring that the privacy settings are okay. Or on WhatsApp, for example, on WhatsApp, you can go under privacy and check the information there, and you try to check here and there and ensure that you are safe. Remote wipe or Find My Phone. In Play Store, there is a Google app for Find My Phone. In iPhone world, there is the same. In the iOS store, App Store, you can always put Find My Phone, and then you have that app active. In case your device is connected to internet, you can always know where it is located. So with that, you can also have an antivirus on phone. There are very few people who run antiviruses on their phones, but you need to run an antivirus on phone. Then you keep reading more about security. You educate yourself about security. In this way, you'll have somehow protected yourself as a person. Remember from where we started from, we said that cybersecurity generally looks at ensuring that you're safe online. And we said it is at 3 levels: personal, organizational, then government. So all these, I've just been focusing on your personal data and how to ensure that your personal data is safe. The next part, I'm going to be a bit faster because we are running out of time. I'm going to comment on organizational, and we see how you can ensure that our organizations are safe. Most of these methods are related. On organizational data, we are talking about the information which is collected from your business, information if you're in a school setting, information collected from for your report card systems, photos of students, medical records of students in the business world, all those transactions, we are referring to that as organizational data. The transactions, the products which are soon coming out, all that is business data. So we need to see a way of assuring that all this business data is safe. We need to have a way of assuring that all this organizational data is safe. So there is a security model, which I may not go into details to describe, but we normally focus on this model to handle organizational data issues. If I want to ensure that the organization data is safe, to say that the organization data is safe, we need to consider something we call the CIA. It is confidentiality of the data, integrity of the data, and availability of the data. Confidentiality is the information being delivered, is it not being accessed by another party? If I'm sending a message of WhatsApp from myself to you, WhatsApp tells me it is end-to-end encrypted. It means it is confidential. It can only be opened by the person I'm sending it to. Is the message being delivered not seen by a third party? That's confidentiality. Integrity. The message can be seen, yes, but is it changed? That's integrity. Has someone adjusted it? That's integrity. Then availability. Is the person denying me from actually getting the message totally? That's availability. Organizational data, we must ensure that it is confidential, it is having its integrity, and it is always available when needed. Imagine someone just hacks into a bank, accesses the bank, and after accessing this bank, he doesn't actually change anything. He doesn't tamper with anything. He comes to the very last and looks at availability. He locks the data such that it is not available to the users. The whole of the country will be down because the banks will not be operating. Suppose I just deal with integrity. I receive the message and change it and then forward it to you. It will have a different meaning than what it was intended to have. So that's integrity. Confidentiality, the message must not be accessed. Integrity, the message can be accessed, but should not be changed. Availability, the message should not be denied to the intended person. So our security for the organizational data, we basically focus on ensuring that these three are achieved. In security, we call them the CIA, we call it the CIA triad. CIA triad. So if you ensure that it is confidential, it is maintaining its integrity, and it is available, then we say the organizational data is safe. So there are different ways to handle that. We may not achieve that today, but we may highlight. So all this we are just highlighting. If you go in details, you'll find that there is a lot under this. So in confidentiality, ensure that everything is confidential. We normally do what we call encryption. we change the format of the way the data is appearing. We do encryption of the data. There are very many methods of doing this. There are very many methods. For integrity, the method we normally use is hash function. We normally change the whole message into a specific length of code. We can have maybe 256 characters. And every message, if you change a full stop, then the hash function also changes. So we send the message alongside that hash function so that when it is delivered, if the hash function is changed, then we can know that the integrity is affected. Then availability, we should maintain the computers working. We should ensure that the hardware is repaired. We should ensure that the operating system is up to date. Then another thing you should know is that we have to protect all data by all means, whether it is in the processing stage, whether it is being stored, or whether it is transmission. If I'm sending a message from here to you, it must be safe in transmission. If I'm storing it on my computer, it must be safe on my computer. If it is being processed from a server, it must be safe at that point. So that's when we will say the organizational data is really safe. So we should ensure that we continue making organizational members aware about the security of all this data. By the way, the most common threat which we have in the cybersecurity world is the internal employees. Internal employees. They may not intend to destroy the organization, but through a given method of hacking, called social engineering, they can freely give out information, whether by me sending them a link to click on, or by physically talking to them to convince them to give me a password. Then internal employees need to be actually trained about cybersecurity. I can decide and work, let's say, in Centenary Bank, Mapera branch. If I know they do regular servicing or regular cybersecurity activities, I can walk in. I say, hey, the manager, I talk to the manager. I say, please come to this section. We need your username and password to do this and this and this to check whether the system is up to date. And since I'm already within the bank, but not in the section of customers, the manager may be convinced to give me his password that we are trying. Yes, I may be trying out, but later when I go out, I now use it to transact. So the organizational members need to be informed about, they need to have security awareness. They need to know what information they should give out and what information they should not, and under which conditions, and how often do they change these passwords. So that's very, very important. But at least banks are somehow safe. They can use their username and password, then they must use the thumbprint. So if you convince them very well, still they give you information if you follow the procedures of all the hacking processes, because they have also processes. Now, there has been a lot of security threats out there which have happened and have been recorded. We may not go into all of them, but there have been really many breaches out there. There is Marriott International in 2018. It was a serious one where 500 million guests of this hotel, their data was exposed. Capital One, it is a bank. Capital One is a bank in US. This bank has faced that breach, and about 100 million individuals were affected. Their names, addresses, credit card scores, securities, the social security numbers, all those were exposed. So if this information is exposed, just know that the threat is real. People can use the information to trade, to access other things about those people. In 2013, they faced serious challenge, and about 40 million credit cards were exposed. This was in, it is a shopping, I can call it a shopping, an online service for shopping. So they faced that. So there are very many breaches happening at higher level. Home Depot, eBay also in 2014, about 145 million users were affected. Sony PlayStations, Anthem, most organizations are being faced by the challenges of these breaches and have already somehow highlighted on the consequences of these breaches. They can make the whole company go down. Imagine all our information for NIRA is exposed. Will we trust the government with our data? So that's what we are talking about here. Imagine our account balances. Someone just hacks into the banks and displays it. It displays the account balances for the local individuals, and then exposes the bank accounts, the information on the bank accounts for our leaders in power. Says the president has this, the ministers, the members of parliament have this, then we other customers have this. Imagine what that breach can cause. So security is really very serious. Here I had highlighted what was taken. It is really a lot. It is a lot of information. So if the names, the national security numbers are taken, then you know that the organization is at a very big risk. So you should be aware of cyber attackers. You should be aware of cyber attackers in the realms which we are in. They may not target you as individual. They may still target you as individuals. I can give an example on that. I have two colleagues whom I was working with, and these are not cybersecurity experts. This is in the sector for teaching, but their computers, they woke up and they had ransomware. Ransomware works in a way that someone just accesses your computer, encrypts all the information. All the information is converted into a format which you cannot use. Then he throws on your desktop a message that, please pay this amount of money and I retrieve back your information. So I had two friends who faced that. So please try to use an antivirus, or if you don't have an antivirus, try to leave the firewall settings on computers, or use Windows Defender for us who use Windows. Microsoft has already embedded for us some antivirus there. So please do not turn those antiviruses off. But if you start getting apps from different sources, they tell you, please turn your antivirus off to install this. You know that those apps have some kind of threat. They may not impact you directly, but they can be used as open door threats. So there are very many attackers, really. There are those who are amateurs and those who are professionals out there. Be aware of them. Amateurs can just try out. They try out to see whether something may happen or not. And they use instructions which are already on internet, where they say, if you want to hack, do this, this, this. Those are amateurs. But there are those who are experienced. Among those who are experienced, there are those we call white hat attackers, who really just identify weaknesses in the organization systems and report it on how it can be improved. There are those who are gray hat attackers. They just find weaknesses, but they will only report their findings to the owners of the system if they see that it will help them financially. Then there are those black hat attackers who are really illegal. They expose your finances. It is for their own gain. So all these attackers are out there. So please be aware of them and know that at organizational levels, there are those actually organized groups of hackers. Some may be cyber criminals, terrorists, state-sponsored. You should know that even the state can sponsor some hackers to hack into other other states or organizations for security purposes. Even the state can hire hackers. It says, please hack for us, such and such organization. We need to do this and this, so we need to know such and such. So the attack is not from only what we consider the bad guys, but anyone who is intending to enter into another organization, we consider him a bad guy. So it can be even from the so-called good guys attacking the bad guys. Know that even the governments can hack into our organization. So I've already told you threats may come from outside the organization, but also from inside. Ensure that your members are aware about the security of the organization and keep trying it out. Keep trying, after training your members and making them aware about the security, try to bring an external person to try to hack by talking to them, sweet talking them using social engineering tools. Then also you should know on the side of governments that there are cyber warfares out there. Governments can attack fellow governments for purposes of understanding what they are doing. There is what we call Stuxnet. It is an example of one government attacking another for purposes of just hijacking the computers and physically damaging them. You may read about more attacks from governments to other governments. So everyone from individuals, organizations, governments really need this cyber security. They need cyber security. So we need to protect individuals, we need to protect our organizations, and we need to protect our governments. As how I mentioned it earlier, the attacks may not come from only individuals. They may come from organized criminals. They may come from organized criminals. There are those operating systems like Kali, the one I'm using here, Kali Linux, which have been designed for cybersecurity experts to access those systems. There are a lot of tools in here. If I want to really attack your wireless, I'll come to wireless attacks, and there are tools for me to use in my Linux here. If it is password attack, I want to attack your passwords, online, offline, passing hash functions, and many others, I have tools here. If it is reverse engineering and I'm attacking you using that, it is here. Information gathering, I told you about cloning websites. If I want to clone the website of Centenary, which it uses for logging in, I'll come to information gathering and get a tool which will work for me here, and I have the platform set. So for you, you may think you're really logging in a good system, but actually when you are logging in a cloned system, which I've done or which I've prepared this side, and I end up accessing your information. So all in all, we need to see ways of being safe online. Every one of us requires cyber security. Everyone must be aware of the threats which are online from the basic level where we have everyone using an electronic gadget. Then we should be aware that we need cyber security. We need it at all levels, and we ensure that other members get to know about cyber security. For now, this is what I can give as an introductory part. The rest are really at an advanced level. This is the very introductory part and what I can comment about cyber security. Thanks for listening. I think Mr. Stephen may facilitate the next program. If there are some few questions here and there, I may be able to respond to what I can. What I can't, then I'll make more references. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joram. I am already seeing some questions. Those who have some questions, raise up their hand. We shall start with Dola.
Yeah, thank you so much, Stephen, thank you so much. Happy New Year. I'm so excited. You have given us the real background of cybersecurity, and I've seen how important it is. So my request to you is that maybe you share your presence to have more information.
Okay, noted. Alfred?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kazimba, Stephen. Mine is appreciation. I would like to appreciate Mr. Wambare Joram because I'm a victim of cybersecurity. At one time point, I lost money through shifting. So I really appreciate you. I also want to add a voice. If it doesn't mind, you could share with us that slide because it's paramount for us to go on and read. But I want to thank him so much for his generosity.
Jude?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Joram, for the presentation. It was really wonderful. I just had a question on the part of the VPNs on Kaspersky. I wanted to really, like, what's the security that if you use a paid VPN, on Kaspersky, you're really safe compared to someone who is using an unpaid VPN? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I may have to respond to that right away. He's asking, why do we consider Kaspersky paid VPN better than other VPN? First of all, I will consider Kaspersky is one of the antiviruses which are used by big organizations. In Uganda here, I would quote one, but I think it is not necessary. Okay, I'll just say Kaspersky is being used by a certain bank. So because of its reputation, if it can be trusted by a bank, then I think as individuals, we may also trust it with our personal data other than relying on these other VPNs where we do not know the source. Because by all means, these VPN apps access our personal data because we are allowing our communication to go through their channel. So VPN may not be, Kaspersky VPN may not be the safest, but I'm just bringing it on the side of trust, Thank you.
Thank you. Ruth and Isaac?
It's Ruth. Thank you so much, Mr. Bwambale, for the lesson. My question is lies under personal data, where you talked about ways of promoting cybersecurity. The first one was using strong passwords or pins, and then the second was enable biometric authentication. So you say use fingerprint or facial recognition if your phone supports these features. How secure is or are these biometric authentications if you get a problem? Maybe I've ever had someone say that they registered their line, it was of Airtel, and it was some time back. So she went to these things where Airtel says that it's out of service. She went so that they can put it back on, and her thumb, because she grew old, her thumb kind of faded. So it could not read her thumbprint, and she could not now update it in any way. She had to use maybe her daughter. She had to use her daughter's information to create a new line. So what if you get a cut And what if you also get maybe affected, maybe an accident or anything of that sort, and your facial recognition is not as you saved it in your phone, maybe if you had that time when you didn't have any complications. How secure is it? And then the third question is about the Kali Linux. Is it that app? Is it for hacking or cybersecurity? According to the options that were being seen about the social security, social engineering tools. It seems like it's a hacking app, not a cybersecurity. So I'm asking for clarification on those three areas.
Thank you so much. The very first area I think was about biometric devices. In case I forget biometric authentication, or if I have any issues with my fingers or the facial recognition, what happens? These methods, when I'm going to activate biometric authentication, it gives me, first of all, the recovery options. On phones, like on my phone here, it allows up to 6 fingers. It allows up to fix 6 fingers. So only if the 6 fingers are not responding, then there is also an emergency option of how to go through the emergency. Phones also have an emergency option, which you can try out. Then you use the password. There is always an option to use a password or PIN. Or if you try your biometric 4 times, it can lock you out and say, please enter the PIN. So it is more than one security level. You have a password, you have a PIN, and you have biometric. So if you continue using biometric, after locking, it says enter the PIN. That's why at first we said, that's why we said use a strong password or PIN, because if biometric fails, they will throw you back to the PIN. In case you forget the PIN and password, then there you'll have to lose the data. So you should know that the three work hand in hand. Then commenting on the Kali, let me go back to Kali. Commenting on the Kali Linux. Kali Linux is an operating system like how we have Android, how we have Windows, and how we have Mac OS. So it is an operating system which is used on computers. Now, you were asking, is it for hackers or for cybersecurity? Now, every cybersecurity expert must be a hacker. Every cybersecurity expert must be a hacker. These tools, if I'm able to gather information, to hack your information, then I'm able to protect against that. You're trained to defend the people, but actually, if that's how security is. The soldier is able to kill, but on the other side is able to protect. So this Kali Linux is an operating system designed for people who can protect and at the same time people who can hack. So I can, if I'm on the side of defending, if I'm on the side of cybersecurity and defending, then I'll use these tools. I can sniff on your network. If I'm able to sniff on your network, then I know that it is vulnerable. You have there a hole which needs to be covered. So I'm trying to hack into your system. If I see that there is a hole to be covered, then I come back on the side of protection and I see how to close it. So these are tools actually for hacking, as how you've put it, password attack. I'm attacking to see whether I can enter your system. If I successfully enter, then I'll say, hey, members, here we have a loophole. Someone is able to attack through here. Then we see how to close it. So literally, cybersecurity people are people who are trained actually to also attack. They are trained to attack. There is a course which they take called penetration testing. In penetration testing, that's where we learn how to use all this to either attack and then at a later stage, still you learn how to protect. So you have both. You can either attack. If you get a job for attacking, maybe you're on the side of government, they want you to access a given organization, then you access. But if you're on the side of protecting, then you should know how these tools work and how to protect against them. That's why it is there. It is an operating system for, I don't want to say for hackers, but I can say for security experts. But even hackers use the same to attack, to listen in, to networks. Hoping I have tried to respond. Thank you. Any other?
Okay. Ruth, okay. Okay, Adnan.
Thank you, Mr. Wambale. Hello? Can you hear me?
Welcome. We are listening in.
Sorry, I joined a little bit late because of network issues. But I've really enjoyed the lesson. But I kindly inquire if there is a provision of getting the full lesson so that I can re-listen to it for purposes of understanding it better. And if so, how do I get the recorded version?
Okay. Thank you. I think I can answer that one. We are going to share, we have a YouTube channel where we are going to upload this lesson after this session. So we shall share the link in the different WhatsApp groups, but you can check the YouTube channel. It's called Holistic E-Learning Platform. So that's why you will find that video.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mustafa.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to inquire, because we always use these different operating systems. The first question, am I able to use 2 operating systems on my device? In addition to that, we always see that there are some operating systems like a Windows 10, they have some kind of spyware. I believe I need at least some kind of explanation about how is it going to get connected with the cyber security, because we might be having all the protections the way you explained to us, but I need some hint about that connection, because there's some information they talk about that these operating systems we always install on our computers. Some of them, they have spyware, and even it may be another way of stealing our personal information or the information we may be having. Thank you very much.
I'm also having another class here where I'm studying.
Yeah. Mr. Wambale, do you want to first answer?
Okay, if I have got him clearly, he has talked about some operating system having spyware. Actually, I would put it the other way around, and I say some operating systems have anti-spyware, anti-malware, not the malware itself. If there is such an operating system, then with the spyware, then it will lose market because it will be made known to the public. So what companies do, which design these operating systems, they tend to look at the spyware, to look at the different malware, the different threats which are there to the computer, and try to put an anti-spyware, they put an antivirus within those operating systems. But if there is such an operating system that has the spyware itself, then somehow it may lose market. Instead, they put anti-spyware, anti-malware, antiviruses, they install firewalls so that the person is safe. Then maybe what I may comment about the operating system, there is what we call a known vulnerability, a known weakness which is put within the operating system, which is not put, but it is a weakness which is observed at a later time. For example, when we were still using Windows 7, I don't know whether I'll be able to illustrate. When we were still using Windows 7, we thought it was really very safe. But it had a weakness on cracking it. It would be easy even for a person to attack Windows 7 without tools. For example, if I had Windows 7, if you had Windows 7, the moment I would turn it on, before it finishes loading the logo, I forcefully turn it off. Then when I turn it on again, it will show that it is repairing. When it repairs, it shows an error message, but this error message was displayed using a notepad. On this notepad, it was like this with a link here. On that notepad displayed of the error message, you would follow and come to open here. You come to open. When you open, you can now go to the local disk without logging in the computer. You go to the local disk, you go to Windows, we would go to System 32 under Windows. Now in this System 32, we would display everything. You display everything in there. In the System 32 folder, there is what we call the command line. We would copy this command line and paste it there in the same folder and rename it to this. Then the original file, which is named that, we would change and give it any other name. Then we turn off the computer, and then again we turn it on. After turning it on, we now bring you to the login screen, which is locked. I press Shift 5 times. It brings for me the command line interface. On this command line interface, I just now type net user. It lists for me the users on the computer, including the admin. After that, then I put net user, admin, and just a star. Then the password is totally removed. I've not used any tool, but this was a weakness in Windows 7. This one, we call it a vulnerability. It is a threat already known. It is displayed on their website. If you don't have updates to patch up Windows 7, or if you never moved to Windows 8.1, then if I'm a hacker, I can go through your computer by just this same method without using any hacking tool. So if they say Windows 10 has spyware, it may not be a spyware as such, because operating systems are designed with spyware, but it may be having a vulnerability, a known vulnerability, a known weakness, which is already known, like this one. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joram. We are going to have more too. Ivan and Smell, you are the last. Yes, Ivan.
Thank you. Happy New Year to everyone. I really enjoyed the presentation. And I just wanted the presenter to enlighten the users, because maybe I be in the know of it. Also, hackers have developed a way of sending the IDs to people's videos, people's information. You can be on a website and you're trying to search for something, or you're trying to activate for something, or else you're trying to update maybe your phone or your device, and you see a certain ID coming in form of like an advertisement, maybe an announcement, or maybe. So once you click that, your system or your computer or your device will be hacked directly without even breaking down all your password and everything. So maybe the presenter can enlighten more on that. Because recently when I was in the United States, it happened on my friend who was from Benin. He was trying to activate a payment through online. Then an ID of, it is called the Bank of America. It came to his phone. So as immediately when he clicked on it, the hacker immediately entered into his account and started fetching small pounds of money. It was very small in a way that the money was in terms of maybe $2, $0.5, but the hacker was stealing the money for around an hour through that AD. So please, maybe the presenter can enlighten more on that. Thank you.
Very quickly, commenting on that. I'll do that very quickly. Thank you so much. He has said we should comment on the ads. When you're visiting websites, members, when you're visiting websites, ensure that the websites you're logging in are safe. How can I ensure that they are safe? Have you ever visited a website which requires you to log in, but when you try to log in, it's your saved passwords which are already in the browser? After visiting websites, people are threatening you on your mail and they're saying, hey, you have been accessing this, and we need this and this amount of money so that we don't expose you. Those threats, you should know that they are there. But if you may remember, I asked, how many people use antiviruses on their phones? How many people use antiviruses, hidden viruses on their computers? On my computer here, I have Kaspersky Small Office Security. What does it do for me? I have it active for 522 days left. It is here. What does it do for me? Why do I need it? Every website I visit here is protected. It is protected. So every time I get out of hand, it will warn me, what you're going to access is not good. Are you sure you want to continue? When I try to click on the website, if the website is really bad, it will not allow me to open that website. It keeps on checking every link I visit. Otherwise, you will fall into wrong hands and people will tend to grab your information. They will tend to grab your information. Be aware of what our colleague is telling us is that be aware of the websites which in return attack you. That's where I started. I think I mentioned something about cloning of websites. They can clone even a website which you're familiar with. You look at it, you say this is the website. When in the address, they have changed. If the website is centenarybank.com.co.ug, in my clone, I can have Centenary Bank. I put Centenary Bank like that. Then I put AA. So for you, when you look at the address, you think it's the same. And the page is looking like that of Centenary and you end up logging in. So be careful on that. But this helps us to check whether, it helps me to check whether the links I'm visiting are really, really genuine. Because sometimes I can't really manage to keep checking. So the antivirus keeps on doing that for me. Thank you so much. The last question was for Simeon or Ivan?
Simeo, I think I was following Ivan. Can I go on?
Oh, sure. Sure, you can go on, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Gambale, for a nice lecture. And really you have picked a lot, and which will help us do some animal and tangible exercise in the future. In fact, it is through this exercise I was working on some computers here as well as I was attending a lesson. Maybe I can as well say it here that whereas you are using this Kaspersky VPN and you turn it on, maybe you have there are some systems that will not work with it. I've just come to learn it today. And maybe members, you can as well follow it up and see. Maybe number 2 is that how possible will it be to share us with this presentation so that we can one time share it with our fellows somewhere. And my third request is maybe if we can as well have another presentation about the cloud computing and then data restoring and backup, then it can help some of us as well as the organizations, like how we talked about personal security data and then organizational data. Then it could have a lot of meaning to us. But we appreciate your lectures, we appreciate your initiations. As you can see, we are living in a dynamic and technological world. It changes each and every day. And once you can't change the last technology, then it becomes a very big problem. Thank you very much.
Stephen?
Yes.
I also want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Wambale Joram for a very good presentation, and also want to appreciate the feedback from our participants. It shows that people are really interested in understanding what cybersecurity is. And indeed, as I said during the introduction, is that cybersecurity is a threat. And being a threat, us who are in the education setting and the ICT sector, we have identified it as one of the programs that people need to be skilled in. And I know what Mr. Wambale has just provided us is just an inch of what we're supposed to cover as far as cybersecurity is concerned. And through the initiatives we have with the different partners, ITU, International Telecommunication Union, and UICT as a digital transformation center, we have a number of courses that we can take. These courses run for basic awareness, and then those who want to become technical expertise in some of these areas like cybersecurity, network security. And currently we have them available at UICT through our partnership with the HELP and the Rhino. We provide them for free. And I'm sure one of the things that we are going to be doing now is we are going to enroll people on some of these programs like Introduction to Cybersecurity, so that you get to know more, get the professional perspective of the program. And I know most of you are teachers. You can embrace this as a new career, just like Joram embraced this. Being a professional teacher, he has also taken on the aspect of cybersecurity as a profession. So as a UICT, we want to encourage you. We want to encourage you to undertake this program. We have very many programs under the Skills for All, which we can undertake as a change agents. Then we share this with our students, our community, and see how we are able to reach and to cover the whole of our country. I had a comment from one of our participants questioning about the issue of data. Currently, we don't have support for data, but we, through Ministry of Education, has been working with some schools which have been accessing internet through Rhino. Rhino has been providing internet. So we believe that Rhino will continue adding in more new schools so that other schools can have access to the internet. And also as we engage other partners who can be able to provide us with the access to internet. I know we can do online learning, but if we don't have access to internet, and as you know, internet is a bit expensive, it becomes very difficult to implement this. But I want to appreciate those who can afford, who have dedicated themselves to be part of this program, that this is the way, and they want to appreciate the initiative, the cost you put into learning this. And we pray that we get more support, leave alone Reina alone, but also other stakeholders who may provide for us the internet. I think, Mr. Kaziba, we can go to the next session where some people can be enrolled to undertake the courses. And I would suggest that as we have many other courses, we'll be having speakers like Mr. Joram Bwambali coming in to speak on different subjects. I heard somebody talking about cloud computing. We have that program also under Amazon Web Services. It's also for free. And this is also a program people can undertake. We have programs, data analytics, data science, also under Skill for All. All these are for free, and they're all relevant into our day-to-day work, and many other digital literacy training programs. So, Mr. Kazim, I think we can go to the next agenda. If there's any reaction, we can receive it as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Francis, and thank you so much, Mr. Jura. Those who are still having more questions, kindly put them in the chat because we are running out of time. Put the questions in the chat. Mr. Joram is going to be looking through and will be supporting. Let me now invite Mr. Humphrey.
Yes, Mr. Kaziba, thank you. Mr. Joram, thank you for your presentation, and members, I think we're moving to the next session. Mr. Kaziba.
Yes.
Yes, Stephen. As always, I would like you to take up that and take through the students are only come in to support you where necessary.
Okay, Mr. So allow me to share my screen. Now, some of you already on the call, you have accounts with us for the netacard.com. So those who have those accounts, that is very okay. So we shall still continue to use those accounts. Then those who filled in the form, we shared a form some 2 weeks back on registration for this course. So all those people who registered for the course, you have been sent an email. So there's an email that you have received on your email, and that is the email that we are going to activate in order for you to be able to access the course. So all those people who received this link and you filled it in, you have an email already, except people who have just filled in today. So those who filled in today, you may not have that email. But those who are here and you have never received or you have never done any course with NetaCard, I'm going to just share this link such that you can fill in, and then we shall be able to pick your data, and then also you receive that email. So we have, like Mr. told us already, we have 2 platforms, the NetaCard and then the Skills for All. But which one are we going to use? We are going to use mainly the Skills for All. For NetaCard, it's very okay. Those who have already accounts and you have been doing courses with us, that is very okay. Then allow me now, should I start with Skills for All?
With NetaCard, start with NetaCard. So their members have seen who are new.
Mr. Kaziwa, for information purposes, Cisco has moved away from NetaCard to Skills for All. So those who have accounts in NetaCard can log in Skills for All using the same account.
Yeah, true. They are aware. They are aware. We already told them about that.
Very good.
Yeah. So for now, just because I have already enrolled them on NetaCard, so we just want to show them how to register with NetaCard. Then we are going to show them how to transfer from NetaCard to Skills for All, and they log in.
Okay, okay. So let me first log off and let me first stop sharing my screen a bit. Give me a minute. Now, may I ask anyone who registered with us, anyone who filled in the form and you are online, kindly raise up your hand such that we can show you directly what you're going to do. Anyone online, but very good when you're on your laptop. If you registered
Those
online,
who fill the form and you have never done a course with us, this is your first time, so it's what Mr. Kaziv is asking. So you can raise so that we can start with you. Thank you.
Yes, Teacher Rose. Teacher Rose. Oh, okay. I'm not getting Teacher Rose. Let me use...
I'm available, sir.
Okay, okay. Teacher Rose, go on and share your screen.
Hey, do I even know how to share the screen?
Now check, okay. Are you using a laptop?
No, a phone.
A phone. Oh.
I'm using a phone.
Now check on your phone down there. There is a green button. There is a green thing having share screen. Kindly click on that.
I've clicked.
Okay. What is it doing?
It is bringing photo, document, web URL, then screen.
Screen.
Camera.
Yes, share with us the screen.
I click on screen.
Yes.
I say start now.
Yes, start now. Okay, we have started seeing. Now you're going to take us to your email.
Okay. That is my email.
Yes. Now, all those that have registered, all those that filled in the form, hope you can see the first email that Rose received.
Networking Academy.
Perfect. So that is the one that everyone is going to click on. So all those that registered, you click on that one. So you can click on that email.
Okay. Activate account.
Perfect. Now let's activate.
Okay. It's coming.
Okay.
Yes.
The rest of members can do that, even those who have raised their hands and they have not been given the opportunity to use a platform. Please just follow up what Madam Rose is doing. Just go to your email straight and follow these procedures. Okay? Thank you.
Now, Rose, we are going to set a password, enter a new password. But now this password must be strong enough with 12 characters. So set your password. Make sure you put a lowercase, a small letter.
So I set a password for this account which we are activating.
Yes, but must have 12 characters. But look at the conditions. We need a lowercase letter and uppercase. We need some numbers. So you can start. But better always write it somewhere.
Hey.
Yeah, make sure always write such that in case you forget, you can be able to.
Okay, let me try this one out and see whether it will work.
Yes. Those who are attending for the first time, kindly fill in the details in that link we have shared here. We are going to capture your details and you are going to receive the link. You are going to receive the email. Okay. Yes.
I've done it. I hope it will work.
Okay. Go down, repeat that password.
Okay.
So members, make sure you fill all those requirements, a lowercase and uppercase, that is a capital letter, a number like 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then
I'm done.
Okay, go on and create. Is it loading?
Not really.
Okay, you scroll up a bit. There might be a message.
Hey, the password, maybe I missed out.
Yes. So
there's a red something around the password.
Okay, you scroll up such that members can as well be able to see it.
Yes, there is that red something around the password.
Yes, please review the form to correct the fault. Enter a new password. Password requirements were not met. Meaning that, yes, make sure, Rose,
yes,
there is something you missed. Either you missed an uppercase letter, either you missed the number.
I put an uppercase letter. I put an uppercase, I put a number.
And
I
lowercase.
put the lower.
Then a symbol.
No, I didn't put a symbol.
Yes. So make sure
So
you put it.
Okay, let me put a symbol.
So, members, make sure you fill all those requirements. Those who have just filled in the form, we are receiving your details. So I'm going to extract the data. We are going to extract the data in a few minutes. So make sure you have filled in.
Yeah, it has loaded.
It has loaded. Okay, very good. Now you are going to scroll down. So now that is your email. Scroll down, and there are some few things you are going to fill in.
Okay.
Okay. Hope that's how you want your names to appear. There are no mistakes.
Yes.
Okay. Continue. And then you are going to fill in those details.
Okay.
Yes. So start filling in those details, and anyone also filling in, make sure you fill in those details. Those who have just filled in the form, you're going to give us some few minutes such that we can be able to give you to extract your data. So the rest, let's continue filling in those details.
So after filling in, I create account?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, perfect. So now that is how we create an account with NetaCard. So that is what everyone must now do. So now Rose has already created an account, and those who have already had accounts with Cisco, that's what you're going to do. Those who are just filling in the details, that is the same procedure that you will be following in order for you to be able to create an account.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Rose, I think now Mr. Humphrey, we can switch and go to skills for all.
So how do I whatever the screen?
The screen?
Can
now,
I stop
you can launch the
screen?
course. You can launch the course.
Okay. Ooh.
I think she wanted to stop sharing screen.
Sharing the screen.
Oh. Okay.
Can I stop?
Yes, you can stop. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, after doing so, members, now she has already launched the course. She can be able now to start. Now, what are we going to do? Now, that is that side of NetAcad. So we are going to first activate our accounts. After activating your accounts, we are going to come and go to Skills for All. Now, Skills for All by Cisco. So this is the account. This is the official website for Skills for All. So you just type in your just type in, and then you'll be able to access. So I'm going to drop the link. For those who already have now the accounts and have activated, you'll come to Skills for All. That is the website. So once you reach here,
Steven?
Yes.
Have you, okay, fine. Madame Rose has finished, sorry, I was on another phone.
Okay.
And a call, but I wanted you to take through, before you go there, take through Madame Rose how to access everything and do exams, everything. Because still they will use that. We still have that platform before you can go to the Skills for All.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Madame Rose, you can share again. You can share your screen.
Okay.
And take us where you had launched the course.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I had gone back to activating account. That's where I had clicked.
Madame Rose, don't go to active. Now, you see below that, Madame
Yes.
Rose? Are you seeing below the activation account? There are links.
Yes. Yes.
So look at the link. Just I can't see. There's a link saying if you already have an account, click here.
So should I click on that one?
On that
yes,
link.
if you already have an account, go to this one. Okay, I click on that one.
If you don't have an account, do this. If you have expired, do this. So you go to where you.
I have clicked, and that's what it has brought.
So okay. So click on your
Do you see
left.
what is displaying?
Yes, we can see. On your left left, there are 3 dashes, black in a circle.
Yes.
Click on that.
Yes. Courses.
Okay. Log in.
I log into. Okay, I log in.
Click on login. Then again log in.
Okay. I have clicked.
You see, you've gone back to where you are. So, Mr. Kazi, you can take up from there. Mr. Kazi, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
You can take up from there.
Okay. Teacher Rose, you can scroll down.
Okay.
Yes. Now, when you reach here, everyone, you must have this screen. So, Teacher Rose, you're going to say, when you look.
Mr. Kaziba.
Yes.
Ask members, those who are on this platform and they are new, those who have been following what Madame has been doing. Is there anyone who has had challenges to reach where we are?
Okay.
Or is everyone at the same level? Do you have anyone having challenges? I can see Spark saying yes. Spark, let's see. Mr. Kazuo, can you take up from there?
Okay.
I think find out from the members, because we don't want again to finish and people say
Spark. Okay. Spark 8C. Unmute. Oh, okay. I'm not getting Spark. Well, let me ask. Yes, Nasil, ask.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
Me, I had a challenge. I had actually enrolled for this course, but unfortunately, what happened was I couldn't really go through because they were saying there were issues to do with the password. I tried changing the password, but at the end of it all failed. So now, do I need to now get to a new, to this one? I now register for this one, or I get back?
Okay, and now, have you mastered how to set the password?
Yeah, setting the password, I can get it because the instruction is clear.
Okay, now you are going to go back to that email and then you ask them, you're going to go to netacad.com. When you reach netacad.com, you're going to ask them to resend to you the activation link or the token. And then when they resend you the activation link, you activate again, and then you go through the same procedure.
Okay, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Muhindo.
Yes, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Jubril. I a bit had issues with the network here. I'm a bit left behind on this screen. I beg we a bit guide me and I guess to move with you on the same line.
Where are you?
I've not yet reached this login interface.
Okay. Did you receive the email?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Now, have you just registered now?
It's where I'm lost from because I bit lost network.
Okay. Now, okay. Those who have just logged in now and those who have just filled in their details, we are going to send you the email. You are going to receive the email. So we are waiting for everyone to first fill in the form, and then after we send you the emails.
Okay, sir.
So once you get the email, you are going to follow the same procedures.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now, Rose, you are going to
Yes,
you are going now to launch the course. Square, place that to launch the course.
Where am I going to do it from?
Like when you look at your screen, in the upper right corner, there is an arrow which says
arrow, yes.
Course. Yes, place there.
Okay. There you are.
Okay. Now that means that now you have launched the course and you are good to start. So you are going to scroll down. Now, when you scroll down, okay, now those are the chapters you have. So there are about 5 chapters for you to do. So this course, it will depend on how much time you're going to dedicate to it. When you dedicate 5 hours a week, that is okay. You will take your time. When you dedicate 1 or 2 hours every day, it means you can be able to finish it within a week. So in order for you to start, you'll go to where there is launch chapter 1.
I can't see. I click?
Yeah, you can click, no problem. Now, when you look at chapter 1, you're going to first go through, this is a self-paced course, so you take your time. So they will be teaching you, you're going to find videos, you're going to find a lot of things. So for you go through, you read, you keep on reading like that. So you watch the videos, the explanations, and then after it all, you have seen that there is a quiz. So you can scroll through, there's no problem here.
Madam Rose?
Yes, please.
Scroll up, go up.
I go up.
Yes. Hey. Please choose one of that pictures. Yeah. You needed to choose that picture. So, okay, so that you'll be able to.
Okay.
So you can see there's where I say next below. Because your phone is small, so we can't see. But this is where you choose. Whenever you're reading, you keep on clicking next as you read.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go back. We want you back where this after the first before that. Yeah.
I've gone back very far. Let me click again.
Log in.
That's where I am.
Yeah. Log in, please.
I log in.
Yes.
You
know how to log in, yes?
I know how to log in.
Oh, now, now those people, you first place those 3 icons.
I press the 3 icons.
Yes, those the bars.
The upper one.
Yes, I've done.
Okay. Now, those people, you go to log in. Oh, sorry.
I have already logged in.
Okay.
First, go back. Go back.
I go back to
yes.
Just arrow, that arrow, the arrow to left.
Okay. I go to log in again.
Yes, log in.
Wait. Log in.
Now, okay, log in. Now, those people,
there.
Yes. Now, those people, okay. Now, those people who will find their token expired, you'll go through that same procedure. After clicking those bars, there is an option for resend activation email. So that's what you place. So you go to netacard.com, place those 3 bars, be like logging in, then go to login, then say, it will depend on what you want. Either your token has expired, you tell them to resend it. In case your email has expired, you tell them to resend. Okay.
Okay, go to launch.
I go to launch. Okay, here.
So yes. Scroll down.
I scroll
down.
I go chapter 1.
So there, members, those are chapters. You can see there are different chapters. Chapter 1, scroll chapter 2, up to chapter, I think 5. You can see, scroll down.
Chapter 5.
Up to chapter 5. Okay?
Yes.
Then scroll down still. Oh, here, there. Now we have course, end of course feedback. No. Where? Okay. End of course feedback. Okay. I can't see it. Somewhere there. Up. There. End of course feedback.
Yes.
Okay. Then restricted. Final exam restricted, not available unless the activation of end of course feedback is marked complete. Meaning that for you to do final exams, you must have done course feedback. Course feedback is just a feedback. It's like questionnaire. Just to know how the course was. It's not a question that, again, you need to read for it. Okay, you can even start with that, or you can do it after you have done the other chapter exams. So every chapter you do, chapter 1, go back.
I got chapter 1.
Yes.
Yes.
When you're done with chapter 1, you can see green. Chapter 1.
Yes.
Launch chapter 1. Those are the notes. Those are the notes. Just hold on. Those are the notes. There's chapter 1 ethic questions. There are terms and conditions and concepts and practices. Then chapter 1 quizzes. All that has to be done.
Okay.
When you're done with that, then you go to chapter 2. Same procedure. Chapter 2 is giving you the launch. Chapter launch, those are notes or content. Then there are terms and concept practices and chapter. So you must read. You must click on each and everything and read through. Then you do the quiz like that. Then until you finish chapter 5, then you do course feedback. When you're done with course feedback, it will the end of course. I'm seeing people asking when is the program ending. I think they are tired. We go to just briefly for skills for all. We show people how to do skills for all to log in and be able to use the platform for skills for all.
Can I stop sharing the screen?
Yes, you can. Stephen? Stephen, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Stephen? Stephen, are you there?
Now, so you are going to receive the email. So just be a bit patient. You are going to receive it. And now, after that is how you're going to access it from the other side. Then when it comes to skills for all, you'll type in your browser, skills for all, come and tap on the course. Now we want introduction to cybersecurity. You can tap in there. Now, when you tap the introduction to cybersecurity, you are going to come and they are going to ask, do you want to log in? Then you will say yes. So you place the login here. And then for those people who already have accounts with Cisco, you're going to come here down. There is Network Academy. So you tap here. So those people who already have that account. So I'll place Cisco, and then they'll ask me to log in. So since I have already an account, I'll just say next because I'm already a member. The password, since I saved my password somewhere, I'll continue and say login. I'll continue like that. And then afterwards, I'll be able to access the course. So here I'm a learner. Now, for me, I had already started on this course. So for those who have not yet started on the course, here there will be an option that get started. So what you do, you can come and say get started. Now, since I already started on the course, I'll just say resume the course. So I'll come, my course will open up like this, and it has all the chapters, the modules from module 1 up to module number 5, the last one. So I'll come on the first module. Here there is what we call knowledge check. Here they're just trying to find out, do you have an idea already? So in case you want to try it out, you'll come, place knowledge check, and then you read through and then see yourself, gauge yourself where you are when it comes to cybersecurity. So there are very many questions that you can try to answer. You just place in the answer and then you continue. So that is about the knowledge check. Then you can go and navigate what is contained in the tutorials. So that is the course navigation tutorial. And then, so here you just click the video, listen in, and they will explain to you a lot. Then we have the module number 1. Now, module number 1, it has a lot. It has on the left-hand side, those who are using the laptop, you'll see what is in each of those subtopics within one. What is cybersecurity, protecting your personal data, your online identity, and a lot. Smart devices, what do hackers want, identify identity, theft, and everything. So you click here, and then the video, and it will start playing.
Around us, and it's growing. In fact,
so you'll be able to listen in to the video, and then after that chapter, they are going to indicate for you the percentage that you have completed. It is at 100%. After that, go to the next one. After that, go to the next one. Then there is a quiz. After completing any given subtopic, you are going to find quizzes down there. So you click on that quiz, and then you can be able to start on it. So go on to the second module 2, go to module 3, go to module 4, go to module 5, then go to the final exams. Once you go to the final exams, you can start on the exams, but you can first give the survey form. So you have the survey form that you can fill in, and then you go on and do your final exams. So after you completing all these modules and completing the final exams, remember your pass mark should be about 70% in this course. So continue, do everything, and ensure you score 70% in the quiz. So then here, you have some additional resources. Now, additional resources are PDFs that you can read in your free time, that in case you want to read more, then you come here, you can download this PDF and have it on your computer. Then you are going to read it and even take notes. Even at times now, after becoming a specialist, you can go on and then even make presentations using the same using the same. So these are like your notes. So you find the notes here, the different things that you need and that you're going to be learning about. So it has all the notes that you're going to need for this particular course. So sorry. Okay. So that is briefly about this course. So it has a lot here, the resources you need for the different things. So this is the course outline that you are going to be following and the other things. So this is briefly about this course that we are going to start taking on. Anyone who has already an account with NetaCard, feel free always to just come here, go to Skills for All, that is the website, and then log in as I have showed you, and then take your time. You can dedicate maybe 2 hours in a day. You can dedicate 1 hour a day as long as you take your time. But for someone who has about 2 hours, within a week, you'll be done with it. Then at the end of the week, after finishing the course, you'll receive a certificate. So in order for you to receive this certificate, you must have gone through all the 6 modules. Once you finish the 6 modules, you'll have your certificate. And you can be able now to download your certificate.
Steven?
Yes.
Steven?
Yes.
A quick one, just clarification. Now on this platform, okay, we follow that procedure, but when you go direct to that, first you must have enrolled. We must have enrolled them in a created account for them. Okay. Yes, they can access notes a course and enroll themselves, but still that will be an open forum for them to access certificate. They must be attached to the center, and we are the center, UICT. Okay. So we must, an academy, they must be attached to an academy. And so the academy must have enrolled them. Okay, just an example for whoever we have enrolled for introduction to cybersecurity in NetaCard. It's not a must that when you're already under NetaCard, that you can just go to Skills for All and search for introduction to cybersecurity and be able to read and go ahead and get certificate. What they need to do, even if they have an account the other side, we also need to create for them, enroll them into a specific course, let me cybersecurity again. Okay. Then they will receive a link. In that link, when they receive the link, they will just go click on it. When they're logging in, instead of the procedure, the other long procedure again, registration, they just click on that because they already have an account with the NetaCard. They click on Networking Academy. So they exactly enter in the system, and immediately they register. They will only be seeing the participant will be seeing the course that he has already he has already been registered into. Okay, and that's the course that is eligible for to get when completion to get the certificate. Okay, so I'll give an example that when you look at what you just go back where you were in the login. I think I already made you you're already a member. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you go back to, you go back to the beginning where you're supposed to log in. Okay, just there. So you click on EN. EN. No, go back. Where are you? Okay. Oh, it's okay. Before, after I'm learning, okay. That one, no, that. Okay, you see, you're eligible as an instructor, okay, and you are a city, okay. When you click on that, switch role. Okay, you see, you can see the course that you have completed, that you're in progress is Introduction to IoT. I think that's the only course that you have. When you go to, these are the courses that you're eligible to as an instructor, okay? And that's the course that is in progress. So when you want to see, slowly go, there, okay. You can go to my classes, you can change as an instructor again, you go back to your classes, but we, as a learner, all that, okay? As a learner, what is the course that you are in also matters, okay? Go back here, go back to again, change the role. No. Where you change the role to instructor.
Yeah.
Yes, before, yes. Go to skills for all. Okay. So as a learner, I think as a learner, you're under computer hardware basics. You have also a course, Introduction to Cybersecurity. Okay. When you click on that, begin the course, and click on that. Oh, resume. Okay. So for you to be able to be reading, you can see that you can go to other courses. You are not able to see the other courses, even if you went to directly and created an account and let's say you went to database without being enrolled into the database by the academy, you won't see it as a learner. Okay, when you register, when you log in as under the academy. Okay, but still you can still log in and register on a free platform and read, but you won't receive a certificate. You can only receive a badge after. So we shall be using a procedure that when someone is interested in a certain course, it's good for that person to inform you or inform us so that we can create an account for that course, and we send a link or enroll them into the system. So they receive a link and log in, then they'll be able to see the specific course that is they are supposed to do. Now, go back to as a learner, where you are as a learner, where you are seeing two courses that my courses. Okay, for you to receive for this course, for you to receive your certificate. Now, the difference between this one and NetAcad is that when you're done with the course and you say course completion, you can see achievements, Introduction to IoT. You completed it. You can see, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, They are saying this credly.com to view your badges. So for you can view them by just badges, okay? But for you to receive a certificate, you must register with Credly. So you must sign in and so that you have an account with Credly. Okay? So that's the difference for you to be able. Click on both, send location, send that, pulse, and okay, accept. Type in Uganda. So, Mr. Kaziva, what's your most recently currently job position? You can put.
I think I've used another account. Yes.
You have 2 accounts?
Yeah, I have, I think. Let me just do it. I think.
So anyway, members, you need to have to create an account, be a member with Credly. Is a platform where you're supposed to be receiving your certificate from and badges. Okay. So after completion, you go to Credly, log in, then you'll be able to receive your certificate. Okay. So that's the only difference. I don't know, Mr. Kavira, maybe we shall be able to move away from, okay. Click on that. Make it public, no. Share, those are badges, these are badges. You have to share the certificate, have to get a certificate.
I think
you click on.
I think I've already downloaded.
Yeah, you already downloaded the certificate. Okay.
It's there.
So, okay. So members, that's how you'll be receiving, and I think Stephen, now you're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mr. Humphrey, like they receive, once they say here, share, you can be able to get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do share, then they will be able to see, download the certificate or their badges or print their badges. Yes.
So it will look like that.
So members, there we are, and that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. As simple as that. So members have to create for themselves Credly account, have Credly account for themselves to acquire certificates. And I think, Stephen, that's what people have been having. The members, those members who joined, who did with us under Skills for All, most of them have never received their certificates. So you plan and take them through so that people can receive their certificates. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Humphrey. So that's how you're going to be accessing. I have here Safan, do you have a question? Safan, do you have a question? Safan, you can unmute. Nasir, you can unmute. Now, for you to, you can, now we are going to, UICT will be giving us days when we can go and have those certificates certified. So Mr. Humphrey is going to be coordinating, but when you give him a call, he can let you know whether he's on or whether he's available, and then you can take your certificate after printing it, and then UICT can be able to stamp it and certify it.
Yes, Mr. Stevie.
Yes, please continue.
Thank you for the opportunity. As for now, for me, I have already created an account, but then the problem of the program I received for introduction to cybersecurity was ending at like in 27th Jan. Then the course that Madam has just received after creating an account is ending, I think, around May. I don't know whether I'm in a wrong course. Then still, like for me, I was clicking somewhere and I received something application. So whenever when I try to log in, it takes me to that application for Skills for All. Is that wrong or not?
Okay, now that did, I think we enrolled you some time back. That course you are in, I think we enrolled you some time back. That's why the deadline is in January. But we are going to discuss with Humphrey to see whether we can have it extended. But since it is around the Jan 18th, I feel you can dedicate 1 week and complete the course. Yeah, but we are going to talk about it. Yes, Nasil.
Thank you very much. As I said, I had initially enrolled for the previous course, but I actually failed to commence because there were issues to do with, just as I said, my account was blocked. Now, when you had just instructed me to get back to NetAcad, I had requested for a resend of the link, but the feedback I've got is my account is active. It's actually activated. So now, when I also tried to ask for a password reset, they've just told me that the account has been locked for security reasons, and I'm actually stuck.
Yes, Asif. What
Yes,
you're
please.
supposed to do, this system is so sensitive. Members, if in case you have a problem, either you've forgotten your password or you woke up and you're tired, then you just forgot your password. You attempt 1, 2, never do the third one. Give it time. Give it either 3 hours or 4 hours, then again retry, or give it the following day. Okay? When the system you attempt 1, 2, the third one, they will definitely block you. If you go beyond 3 times, they'll blacklist you. So that email now, you will never use that email again. You have to create another email. If you look at it, and because they always send a message, they will show you in the message that either it's blocked or it has been blacklisted.
It is blocked.
If it's blocked, they even tell you the time you're supposed to take when you have unblocked. You still follow the same procedure. You go to unblock my account.
I go to?
You go to unblock, the same procedure. You forgot password. There's somewhere where I say unblock my password.
Let me see.
So when you unblock your password, same procedure, the way you are resetting the password is the same procedure of unblocking your password. To send you back to the email, then they will tell you that this email has been unblocked. It's now active. Now you can go ahead and reset your password. Then you do reset password. If you have done it once, twice, give it another 1 day, because they'll tell you either 24 hours or 12 hours. Then you're able to access. Okay? You can unblock if it's the first time, then you go and reset. If you go and reset and they still tell you that still there's an issue, you cannot successfully reset, then you give it another day. You give it another day, you'll be able to reset the password. Okay?
Now, sir, what if I request to actually have a new email created, then I get a new link? Can't that work?
It can. Send me your did you receive a mail today?
No, for this one I've not received. But I just saw this. I actually saw this thing on the other platform of district support. I just
yes.
clicked.
Then you came in. You came in.
Yes.
Okay. Send me your details right now. Send me your full names and email address on this platform now. I'm going just to create for your account now.
Okay, please.
But you can forget about the other one.
Okay, please.
Just do it now.
Okay, I'll be grateful.
Oh, do you have my WhatsApp number?
Let me first get to WhatsApp.
It's in the other digital change agents. It's in the other platform of digital literacy. You in the change agents?
Sorry?
You in change agents? Which platform are you in?
I'm actually on district support. I've seen your number.
Okay.
District supports.
Okay.
Yeah. District support schools.
It's okay. So yeah, just use that. Okay, just send you in the chat. You can just send me in the chat here.
Okay, fine. I share my email, my
yeah, full names and email address.
Okay, please. Thank you.
I'm just going to add you on the other group so that you can continue. Or what you can do, Mr. Kasiva.
Yes.
Maybe he follows the Google form. He can also register under the Google form.
Yeah, let him fill in that form I've sent in the
Google
chat.
form so that Mr. Kasiva is going to share with me. Then I'll be able to enroll you, all of you, the rest of the guys who have not been enrolled. Then you'll be able to follow the procedure, which I know you know now.
Yeah.
Okay, please. If in case you have any problem, you just get back to us.
Okay,
Mr. Kasiva, you can
please.
share my number. Maybe this case, are you going to create for them a new group or you added them on the other group?
We are going to add them on the other group.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So I've just shared my full name and my email for you now on the chat.
On the chat. But I said, the Google form is better so that we can take up your details also. Just use that.
It's fine. Okay, it's fine, sir.
They have just shared also the link there, the Google form link.
Okay. So we are going to take on one more question. Let me ask Father Mutocha. Father Mutocha.
Hello, yes, Joseph. This is Joseph Mutocha.
Okay.
Good afternoon, members.
Good afternoon.
I've just seen this link on one of our staff platforms at Narinya, and I picked interest because I saw Renu, and I wanted to hear the things I'm hearing this being discussed. It seems there are things I would have loved and I would have wanted to join. I hear some courses, it seems ICT courses, I would have loved to pick at least one and take part in it. How do I take the opportunities available here? Thank you.
Okay.
I think Mr. Mutocha, Steven.
Yes.
Mr. Mutocha will be added on the group, and they will share we are going to share still the information that the recordings are going to be shared. Also will help you to pick up, I think, from there. Steven, anything you needed to inform him?
Okay, I've shared the WhatsApp group and a form. Further, fill in that form and join that WhatsApp group. We are going to make all the communications there.
There's Aida.
Okay. Then Aida. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Aida, go on. Aida. Unmute. Okay. Continue.
Yeah. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for the continuous professional development you're doing with us. I wanted to just make a simple inquiry. I have done cybersecurity before with you during lockdown under ICDL. I am wondering if there are any changes to the course that I must take on the new one, or that particular certificate still suffices. Kindly advise.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Humphrey? Okay, yes, Mr. Francis is here. Okay. Okay.
I think either there's nothing that has changed, but you can. As we said, we have more other courses. That is introduction. Then we have also cybersecurity essential. Okay, that's level 2. So you still have opportunities to do that. You can still reach us, and we add you other courses so that you can elevate yourself. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, at exactly 1, we shall be closing this session. I'm going to, okay. Yes, Aida? Yes, Aida?
I'm sorry, it's my phone acting up. I'm trying to lower the hand. Sorry about that.
Okay, okay. So I'm
There's
going
Kelvin.
to, yes?
There's Kelvin. Kelvin?
Kelvin?
Yeah, I wanted to get some advice, because I was doing some coding course, but I'm asking, is it advisable for me to do the coding and the cybersecurity courses concurrently?
Yeah, it is. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Maybe Mr. Kaziwa, as we conclude.
Okay, yes, Mr. Francis, make your concluding remarks, and then after
as we conclude, I can see members could have done other courses, and they may not need to do introduction cybersecurity. Maybe what we can advise them is to look through the courses under skills for all, and they can identify which courses they want to undertake. It could be data analytics, which have just been introduced, data science, which has been introduced, artificial intelligence, which has just been introduced, advanced Internet of Things, which has been introduced. So they can choose if they can take on to that. There's also there's also cloud computing. So I think let us give them opportunity to look at the browser, the skills for all browser, and identify courses that are necessary for them. It's also important also for them to identify which career do they want to undertake, and also align them with their profession. So I think in the form that you are going to share, you can give there an option where somebody can advise, can prefer a particular course that he wants to undertake. But the most important thing is that all of them should have done the basic digital skill training, because that is the basis for you to undergo any other trainings. So I think you should give an option for the courses that the participants may be interested in. Remember that we are training TOTs. The people we are training here, we expect them to train others, and also would give them access to the platform as instructors to be able to enroll their students or people within their communities. So we can give them an opportunity. I saw what Aisha was saying. She did ICDL, and she did introduction to Internet of Things. I mean, to cybersecurity. So I expect her to be looking at other areas which are maybe useful to her and also to the community around her. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Francis. These are some of the courses that we have with Skills for All: Cyber Threat Management, Endpoint Security, Introduction to Cybersecurity, Introduction to Data Science, Networking Basics. So you feel free to let us know which one would you like to do. Mainly for those who have already finished the introduction to cybersecurity. So you may need now to advance to cyber threat management or endpoint security or any other course of your choice. Allow me, I don't want us to go beyond. Allow me now to invite Mr. Ronald Dungu to have a word. Mr. Ronald is from the Ministry of Education and Sports, to have a word. And briefly, you might also talk about training, since some people are having some questions about training, and then to finally close this session. Mr. Ronald, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Kazuba. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are clear.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and Happy New Year to all of us. I want to thank, I don't know if Joram is still online. Joram started us off. Joram, thank you for the
I'm still
job
online.
well done. I want to ask one question. Some teachers are trying to access my Google Forms because they know that transfers are on and they want to see what is there. How do I protect my Google form so that teachers do not access the information? Is that something you're familiar with? Was I clear?
Mr. Dung, we can handle that.
You going to reply? Okay, maybe that is.
Mr. Dung, was that a general question or was it for?
I wanted Mr. John, but then that can come. No, that can come later. That can come later. That tells you that cyber security is key for everyone, everywhere. I want to thank you, Mr. Kaziba, for mobilizing us and mobilizing everyone. I know it was the close of year, but you managed to remind us and get us here. I also want to thank the team from UICT for continuing to develop our teachers. As the Ministry of Education, would like all our teachers to be tech savvy, and would like them to move with the new world as it wishes us to be. I had invited someone from Renew. I don't know if there is anybody on the call from Renew. Is there anyone from Renew on the call? You see, we are just coming from the Christmas festivities. We are in the new year. So probably, I know they are on holiday and they couldn't maybe join us, but I had thought that I would get somebody from Renew to participate. But I would like to to encourage Renew to work with UICT, Mr. Kaziba, to ensure that this course of cybersecurity is built more strongly for us as the educationists. As a Ministry of Education, we encourage our head teachers and teachers to use technology. The new lower secondary curriculum has set research as a key agenda. So online research is the expected today. The teachers must integrate ICT in what they teach. Hence, the teachers have to research online. Schools are encouraged to have blogs to showcase their projects so that we can continue to collaborate online. When a teacher knows how to teach history through a project, we would like to see that so that we all learn. For those in the education sector, within the secondary part of the education sector, the new curriculum has come to stay. Some people think that it is going to wither away. In fact, UNEB will be soon coming out to talk about assessment so that everyone is in check, because some people thought that assessment will not change. Things are changing and we are not going backwards. So whoever knows anything, whoever knows how to teach mathematics through a project, whoever has students who have done projects and they have excelled, whoever knows how to assess projects, please come online like Joram has been today. Talk to Mr. Kaziba. Mr. Kaziba will set up a Zoom link. And I want to thank Renew. Renew gave us free Zoom links. And we can set up a Zoom session for you anytime. And we can mobilize the whole country so that you talk to the rest of the teachers. The bottom line, we must continue talking to each other online because there is no money for physical workshops anymore. There won't be money. So we need to leverage on the technologies. So our online security is key, and we need to read more about cybersecurity. And we'd like to thank UICT for providing this option for us. And I hope that many more teachers, head teachers, and not only at the secondary level, but right from pre-primary to the university, can come to UICT through the online sessions that you're providing, and we all learn about cyber security. I wish to thank all of you for yearning to learn. Someone yesterday or the other day mentioned that they needed data to mobilize people. And I replied and I said that what I know in life is that you do what you can do within your means. But when you go out to support others within your means, and you might dedicate your data, like Mr. Kaziba is dedicating his data this morning, from the morning, God rewards you and the opportunity is open for you. But if you wait for somebody to pay you for you to learn, then you will get into trouble with cyber attacks, but also you will not have chance to support the rest of your friends. So I want to thank you for yearning to learn. This is a difficult time. Everybody is just getting up, but you've decided to give it your time. And we had over 100 people this morning. I know as the Zoom session goes on, you will lose the data and we drop off, but those who have remained, please take this to the rest of the teachers in your staff rooms, that learning is personal. No head teacher is going to pay you to develop yourself. You must develop yourself. And Holistic e-learning platform, UICT, and Renew are here to support you. Renew provides internet connectivity And as a ministry, we are looking for funds through UCC to make sure that most schools are enrolled on the Renew network. In fact, what we are looking forward to is having at least one school in every district on the Renew network. So then you can go to that school for a session like this. You can ride a bicycle wherever you are and reach that school, or board a board and reach that school and attend this session for 4 hours, because when we are all on Renew, then we can talk to each other seamlessly as if we are within the same reach. And that is the beauty with Renew. And we hope Renew will be reaching out to many other head teachers. Government cannot provide internet to every school, but schools can utilize the opportunity of cheap internet connectivity, because it becomes even cheaper when we have a seminar, an online seminar. And very soon, I know Mr. Kaziba will release a schedule of activities. We are going to have online seminars, online trainings for teachers, history teachers teaching each other, geography teachers teaching each other, mathematics teachers teaching each other. But we're also going to have student seminars, a mathematics seminar, a geography seminar, an English language seminar. And these will be covering across the whole country. We want to show that this is possible, and we demonstrated that last year. So with that, I want to wish everyone a great 2024, a year of possibilities, a year of innovation, a year of creativity. All of us need to become creative. We need to become innovative. And I want to wish everybody good health, and let us continue meeting on these platforms. With that, I wish to declare this session closed. Thank you.